Hey guys, so today's video is going to be for those of you who are new to rock painting and would like to know how to get started, what tools to use, the steps, all the steps that go into making a rock and completing it. I'm going to give you 7 steps to painting your first rock. All right, the very first step that you need in starting to paint rocks is paint. Most people always use acrylics when painting rocks. They're very cheap, they're easy to use, they dry fast, they work well for blending, they're very versatile. So I would highly recommend acrylic paints. All acrylic paints are pretty much the same. There's a couple brands that I think are better, better consistency, just a better quality paint. I will link those below if you all are interested in the specific brands that I typically use. There are other forms of paint you can use, such as watercolor. If you're going to use watercolor on a rock, you need to prime your rock with something called watercolor ground. And if you want more information about that, on where to buy it, how to apply it, all that kind of thing, let me know and I can give you some more information on that. Another really popular medium to use on rocks are paint pens. Paint pens are super fun. They're really fun for adults and kids alike. My kids love them. There are a brand of pen called Posca pens, P-O-S-C-A, and they are amazing. They come in medium line, fine line, extra fine line. They're very versatile. They have every different color you can think of to buy. I will link those below if you're interested in a paint pen. They're good for, you can do a whole rock in paint pen, but they're also good for fine lining. If you have a hard time using a paintbrush to fine line, they're really good for fine lining. All right, the next thing you are going to need is paintbrushes. I would recommend using medium to small paintbrushes. You know, the rocks you're going to paint are typically not going to be huge. So, you know, you're looking at the size of your palm or smaller. So I use, this is the brush I use most often. If you can see that. It's like a medium round brush. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's kind of, the stuff is peeling all off of it, but I believe it's the brand Master's Touch. And it came in like a pack of 5 or 6 of various sizes of the rounds. I love this brush. The other brushes I use, this is a nail art brush that I got off Amazon, and I will link that below if y'all are interested. It came in a set of 3, and they're really pretty. It's got all the glitters, but it's got 3 different sides of brush. These are really nice. This one's number 3, and the other 2 I think are a little bit finer than this. Another set that I just got this week, is the Crafter's Choice paint pen, or paint brush. It came with 4 of these in various sizes, and I've been pretty happy with this so far. I got those at Hobby Lobby, so if you want to check those out. Really, any paintbrushes will do. So just go to the store. If you're just getting started and you haven't really painted before, just get whatever's cheap. Get a set that has a lot of different types of brushes in it, so that you can find what works best for you. You know, a brush that, you know, I love this round brush. Other people prefer to use a flat line brush more, or whatever. It really is just the preference of the individual artist. So just see what works for you. All right, step number 3 is to buy or go and find rocks. I do not live close to a beach or anything. The closest beach is like 4 hours away. So I buy all my rocks from a landscape supply company who is local here in town. You bring in a huge 5-gallon bucket, and you can go and pick out whatever size and type of rock that you want, and it's $5 for a whole bucket. All of my rocks that I paint are typically the size of my palm or smaller, So if I fill up a 5-gallon bucket with palm-sized rocks, that's about 50 rocks, if not some more. So you can imagine, you know, if you have the smaller rocks, how much more rocks you're gonna get. It's a lot. That's a fun way because you can pick out the texture you want, the type you want, the shape, all that different kind of stuff. Another option is to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. They sell 30-pound bag of rocks and they're really nice. I bought before, there's one Mexican beach pebble rocks. They're black, they're beautiful, they're smooth. And there's also a white type of rock, and I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, if you go there, they also have those as an option. All right, step number 4 is after you buy your rocks, whether you buy them at the Home Depot or Lowe's or whether you go to your landscaping supply company, is you want to wash your rocks. There are 2 ways to do this. Both are very simple. You can take some mild dish soap with some water, soak them in your sink or outside, whatever your preference, or you can just hose them off outside. That's what I do. I usually enlist my kids to do that because they think playing with a hose is the best thing ever. So they'll just take them out in the driveway and they'll spray them off, and they're dry within a couple hours if it's sunny out. So that's really simple to do. You want all the dirt off that you can, because if you don't, you're going to have dirt in your paint, and that doesn't make for a very pretty portrait. All right, now that you have cleaned your rocks, you need to prep your rocks for painting. It's good to prep your rocks because it helps your paint to be more vibrant, more true to color, to the color you're going to see in the bottle. If you're going to paint on bare rock, you can. That's beautiful, and you can skip this step. But if you're planning on painting your whole rock, I would recommend prepping it in one of 2 ways. The way that I do it is I just paint my rock white with acrylic paint. So I'll just do like 2 coats of paint of acrylic. Helps to kind of smooth out the surface, and it also provides that blank canvas so that I can sketch on it, and the sketch will show up really well on the white background. And like I said, my paints will be more true to color. Another way to do it is by using spackle or like a wood filler on your rock. If you go this route, you will need to sand it afterwards, so it takes more time. I've never personally done that, and I don't know that I ever would, just because I'm kind of lazy and painting it in white works well for me. But that's another route you can try too, if that interests you, or if you have a rock that is the perfect shape but it's really bumpy and hard to paint on. Definitely try some spackle. All right, now that your rocks have been prepped, they are ready to paint. I get asked a lot, how do I find inspiration for my rocks? Like, how do I figure out what I want to paint? A lot of the times the ideas will just come to me, and you know, I'll see a photograph or I'll see something out and I'll just be like, oh, that would look really cool as a painting. Other times, if I feel stumped, then I'll get on Pinterest and I will look up photographers, look up portraits, look up other artists' work, like other sketches and things like that, just to give me inspiration. It'll kind of give me a springboard, you know, to either copy their work, not to sell it, don't do that, but just to get the creative juices flowing. You know, if I need to work on my colors, or you know, how I'm blending or something like that, I'll find something to look off of and use that to really, you know, just give me just the, I don't know, a bridge into the creative mindset. So do that. If you're having trouble figuring out what to paint, get on Pinterest, look around you, ask people what they think would be cool. If you're just starting painting, if you've never painted before, start with something simple, you know, and see kind of where you're gifted with the paintbrush, and you can just go on from there. So just have fun with it. The sky's the limit, whatever you want to paint. All right, so after you are done painting your rocks, now you need to seal your rocks. You do not want your hard work to get messed up by a spilled cup or someone knocking into it and chipping some off. You want to protect it. I use, I don't think I have it here. It's over there. But I use the Krylon triple clear gloss spray. I think I'll link it below. I think that's the name of it. And it's an aerosol can. You can buy it in this spray paint section of the store. And it provides a really glossy finish. It's beautiful. Krylon's a really good brand to use for that. I've also been out of the aerosol cans before, and I have used clear top coat from my nail polish collection. You can do that too if you don't want to go and spend money on the spray can right now. If if you're new to paints and you're like, well, I can do without that for now. Most people have clear top coat in their closet, so that's another option too. The final step in painting rocks is to sign your work. So you can flip your rock over. You can sign it on the front if you want. If you're going to hide the rock around town, like for the Kindness Rocks movement, then you can sign it on the back and hashtag whatever your town's thing is. Mine is Tow Rocks, TOW, Town of Williamston. So put that on the back, put your name on the back. I made in Word, there's like a dress label template, and I print those out because they're small, and they have my YouTube name, my Facebook page, and my Instagram name on there for people to find me. So if you do the label, you can get a sticky label. Mine aren't. I just print them off on my paper, and I literally just tape them on. So yeah, but be sure to sign your work. You want people to know how beautiful of a job you did and get credit for it. Alright, so I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know below if you need any other help with getting started. If you have any additional questions, I will try to answer them as best as I can. And like I said, everything in the video will be linked below if you need help finding something. Alright, see you guys later.